people, top of the top. It is Wednesday, August 27th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him, all things is possible. Top of the top to everybody out there moving around on this beautiful Tuesday. If the weather is beautiful where you're at, I'm sure it is. And even if it's not, it's still a beautiful Wednesday because we woke up to see another day. And safe travels to everybody out there going to school and going to work and trying to get to wherever it is that they're going. Safe travels. I hope everybody arrives to where they're going safe. I hope everybody's feeling blessed and appreciated and thankful for seeing another day and knowing with Him all things is possible. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Yes. It sounds like I'm tired, but I'm not. Um, I always look forward. This is what brightens my day right here in the morning. I get up and I say a little prayer in the morning. Uh, and then after that, I get straight to what I got to do. A lot of us wake up in the morning and we just get up and stretch and, get up and brush our teeth and wash our face. But how many of us take the time to get up and thank Him for seeing another day? I think it's kind of selfish if we don't do it. It's not about being super religious, but you should thank Him for seeing another day because He is the reason why you are seeing another day, another minute, another hour, another second. Oh man, today, of course, you guys know I told you I'll be in Brooklyn today for an important event. Shout out to Queens Flip, little block party for the community. I'll be out there. I'm gonna try to grab as much content as I can. Maybe I can grab Flip. I'm gonna try to do something out there that's productive, like I always do. Um, I'm gonna talk about some things that I talked about yesterday. Not to sound like I'm repeating myself, but there's some things that needs to be said, right? Because if somebody can get on here and repeat themselves every day saying the same thing, same topics, it's not gonna hurt if I mention one thing from yesterday. All right, so let's get into it. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. And welcome to the morning show, one of the best damn morning shows on YouTube, hands down. I don't care what you say. We ain't arguing about it. We ain't going to debate about it. It is what it is. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. You're more than welcome to donate to the channel for support, or if you're interested in merch. A lot of my merch I don't think is put up on YouTube, but Instagram, you can see a lot of it. So holla at me in my DM. Um, I have a tendency of going off script, like not quoting probably to me, but to some of y'all. Now, what's going off script? Because I always say you have to say things that's appealing and say things that you. I don't know if you mean it or you saying it because you think that's what people wants to hear. But I'm a guy who always goes off script because I don't really give a shit about sometimes what people think about what I think or about what I say. So, a lot of times when um, I speak with passion, um, because I'm so passionate about what I do, as a content creator, as a man, that boxing, not to say this topic is about that. This is not about that, but that's what even brought me to not social media, because I was on social media before I started talking it, but that's what brought me where I'm at now. That's what got me the people that I met. that I have a bond with, that I call family. Um, I mean, just being on social media alone, even on Instagram, I've got to build a lot of, but anyway, that's besides the point. How passionate are we about what we do? Or are we just doing this just to have something to do? And I was sitting thinking after I got off my live yesterday, the last one, that was at 6:05 that I did. I sit and I think. And a lot of times I say to myself, McLean, are you saying too much? Are you exposing too much? Are you doing too much? These are the questions that I have, and I ask myself. Um, I'm the type of guy that if I'm in Hollywood and they wanted me to stick to the script and do everything that everybody else is doing in Hollywood, I'll probably be that guy to get fired because that's how I look at some of you. You're Hollywood, and you're just gonna play any role, or you're gonna play that one role that you think is going to get you somewhere. And even if it is, you look crazy doing it because you have to ask yourself in real life, are you comfortable with playing that role? I'm not. So I'm a guy who's always going to stand up for what he believes, and I'm going to go, man, I'm not playing that role, bro. Well, McLean, you're going to have to play that role because this is what's going to get you. No, I don't have to do a damn thing but to continue to do what it is that I do. But I ask myself, like, you might be doing a little too much. Are you saying too much? Are you making people feel like they might not ever want you on their show? Or when you go around them in public because you feel some kind of way about certain fighters or how the business is, could they have a conversation with you where they look at you different, where they want to shake your hand, where they feel like some of the things you're saying, you're referring to them because the same people that you talk about, that they talk about, might make them feel some kind of way like, well, what makes you different from us? Okay, well, I'm glad you asked. How kind of you. I don't stick to the script. And I remember, I think I said, a while ago that you got to stick to the script. I think I used to say that like last year, the year before. Shit, I realized, hell no. I mean, if it's any script I stick to, I write my own script. If we're gonna put it that way, I write my own script. I'm the writer, I'm the producer, I'm the creator. So with all that, I make sure whatever is being said always come from a place of in my heart of how I really feel about things, how I think things should go. When I walked into this YouTube life, I asked myself a question. What are you doing here? And even though there was a lot of people who wanted me here, the question was, what are you doing here? And what purpose do you serve being here, sir? Because now there's about 100 and some other channels. What are you going to talk about that all these other channels? Good morning to everybody coming in. Smash that like button. What are you going to talk about that these other channels are not talking about, sir? What can you bring to the table that everybody else is not bringing to the table? These are questions that I had to ask myself. But after a while, I just said, you know what? I'll just come in and do what I do. So, McLean, do you ever take the time to think about what you say before you say it? And do you ever think about how it would affect everybody else in the community? Not really. Not really. I'm not supposed to. Now, if I was a guy who just got on here and I was just wilding out for no apparent reason, and because I might feel like that's what the people want, that's what I should do, then yeah, I can understand. Yeah, maybe I should maybe I should think about. But no, when I look at the behavior, I look at the response. Do y'all remember back in the days when you had a problem with somebody? Um, you never wanted the whole neighborhood to know, but then being that it wasn't on social media, that's how it got around because somebody told somebody that told somebody, Tay Tay, what's going on, my Long Island sister? Somebody told somebody and told somebody, and before you knew it, your whole neighborhood knew you had an issue with this person, or your whole school knew how you had an issue with this person, and it probably could have got resolved if the word wasn't passed around that y'all had beef. But we're talking about an era where it wasn't no. Oh, that's good. That's good, Tay. Enjoy yourself. The whole neighborhood didn't have to know y'all had an issue. The whole school didn't know you had an issue, right? That was just back then before social media kicked off. Now you look at it today, we are people, so a lot of us come from that era where there was no social media. So a lot of us should know better on how we handle things because you either had to step to somebody when you had an issue or you had to call them up on the phone. Social media made it easy for you just to be able to come up on somebody's live or in the comments and insult them. It didn't have the audacity in the same tone to say, send me the link. Send me the link. Instead of us asking, send me your phone number so we can talk about this. That's the kind of idiotic world. So I asked myself, no Doug Zone, are you going a little too far? Are you saying a little too much? Are you doing too much when you start talking about certain stuff that people know what you're talking about? And it's not that you can get them to stop talking about it because people could do whatever they want to do on their channel. But how do you think that makes them feel? Well, I'm so glad that y'all asked me that question again. I'm so happy that you guys are participating this morning. Thank you for the legit questions. My response is that I don't give a shit. Not because I am a shit starter, not because I think I could say whatever I want, but there's some things that need to be said and heard because a lot of us come from that era where it wasn't no social media. So, like I said, there was only two ways you could say something to somebody. You had to catch them or call them on their phone if you had their number or pull up in their neighborhood, which it wasn't too smart. So when I just sit back and I just look at certain things, and then I'll thinking about what I'm saying, how could this message affect people? Well, if you don't look at it and learn something from it and go, you know what, maybe I need to change up what it is that I'm doing. Maybe I need to change up who I'm bringing up on my show or who I'm giving a ranch to. And that's another thing. I mean, y'all out here giving ranches out like the clinic, giving out condoms. Everybody that's got a wrench on my channel is somebody who earned it. Until they don't earn it anymore and I take it away. Josh Sanders, what's up? You see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, in case anybody doesn't understand, we have to get control of not just so much of our channels, but we have to get control of ourselves. Because the question becomes is, how much longer are we going to do this? How much longer can we keep having an issue with somebody? How much longer can we keep letting these conversations or these disagreements take over our channels? Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, Josh. That's a whole fact. But these are the questions I ask myself, y'all. When I'm saying what I'm saying, when there's certain fighters I don't want to talk about, when there's certain fights that's happening that I don't want to talk about, and is that me being off script? Is he supposed to talk about that fight because everybody else is? What the hell makes him? Who the hell does guy think he is? What makes him different? Oh, that's not the channel I want to go to. You know why? It's not because you don't like my channel. If you can't come in talking about what it is that you want to talk about or take over, this is not where I want to be. And that lets me know a lot of y'all ain't who y'all say y'all are. That's what I learned about y'all. There was a brother who came in here yesterday, said, finally, I've came to a channel where we could talk boxing and not argue. Exactly. And not just boxing, but any topic we want to have will not lead to anybody inviting anybody to the Frank stand. Nah, never change their stripes. So the question is, am I off script? Am I not sticking to the code? Do I think I'm better than any other channel out there? Am I looking to get some type of YouTube gold medal? Man, I ain't looking to get none of that shit. These are just some questions that I ask myself sometimes. Like, did you go a little too far? Did you say a little too much? Then I have to snap out of it and go, hell no, maybe I didn't say enough. Maybe I didn't say enough. Speaking from a passion and speaking out of stupidity is two different things. You know what? I had to learn something, Josh, that you always got that one person in your family, or you always got that one kid you went to school with, or that one kid that lives in your neighborhood that's different from everybody. And some of us try to pull our hair out our heads to figure out why is that kid so different from everybody. Rather if he's a special needs, um, whatever the case may be, he's just different. And a lot of us don't like different because we live in the world that if you can't relate to somebody, then they're weird. Hey, why does he wear his clothes like that? Weirdo. Hey, why does he eat like that? Why does he talk like that? It's a challenge to be different. And the thing is, it's not that you want to be that way, but sometimes that's just the way it is. Because you, and I mentioned this the other day to the kids, never be peer pressured to do something you don't want to do, to go somewhere you don't want to go, or to be something you're not. So, Josh, yes, you're right. And it's a challenge to be different. Being on here has taught me a lot. It has taught me who I am, and it has taught me what people are. It has taught me a lot. And mind you, before I got on here, I was doing this on Instagram constantly, but it's taught me a lot. So the question becomes, is McLean, do you do a little too much when you having these conversations? Are you saying too much? People will respect you more if being yourself never changes, because so much flip flop. It's a lot of flip flop going on here. A lot of flip flop because people see other people and they see it works for them, Josh, and they go, you know what? I'm gonna follow that blueprint. But every blueprint that's out there, it's not for you to follow because it worked for that person. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And that's what people got to understand. I've never looked at somebody else's blueprint. I might admire it, but I don't want to do it because I'm my own man. Because I might get caught up too much in trying to do it how you did it. And now I'm like, yo, how did you do that? I need you to give me the recipe on how you successful in this. Yeah, they may give them the wrong info. Yeah, of course. Of course. Dan Josh, they not finna come out and tell you, they're gonna make it sound like they're gonna make it sound so good, like they're actually giving you the recipe. And what they're giving you is a recipe for disaster. Bars. They're giving you a recipe for disaster. If you know something works for you and it's been working for you, you're successful at it, you ain't about to give nobody else your recipe. Because you got to remember, we live in the world, and just like on here on social media, on YouTube, nobody minds you doing good. They don't want you doing better than them. I want everybody to do great. I don't care if they got 100 subscribers or 100,000. I want everybody to do great. You know why? Because there's enough money in here for all of us. There's enough money in these YouTube streets for us to do whatever it is that we want to do. Yeah, that's a fact, Josh. There's enough money in here in these YouTube streets. So when I think about the stuff I say on here, and I say it, and I know a lot of people go, who the hell does he think he is? I'm not trying to be something I'm not, I tell you that. I'm only saying what y'all not thinking about saying. That's what I'm doing. I'm saying what y'all not thinking about saying. Because I have this strong belief of you can't speak your mind or speak your piece, or say whatever it is that you feel about whatever it is you need to say about, and you're just saying stuff that you think people want to hear. How real are you keeping it? Most importantly, I always tell y'all, before y'all can be real with people, you got to be real with yourself. How many of y'all are being real with yourself? Some of y'all that went so long being fake and phony, you're actually comfortable in your skin. How many of y'all? It's just a simple question. How many of us are going to continue to try to fake it till we make it? Instead of just us being natural and doing what we do. But we all feel like because things are not moving accordingly and it's not moving as fast as it needs to, then maybe I need to go the other route because it's working for everybody else. Why are we so focused on what works for everybody else instead of us focusing what works for us? Like I said, your blueprint is not somebody else's blueprint. And how many of y'all are gonna give somebody else the blueprint? Oh, it worked for me, so I'm gonna tell you what works for me, and then You take it and see if it works for you. Two things with that. They can either give you their real blueprint and it can still not work for you, or they can give you some bullshit blueprint that's not theirs and it can still not work for you. So nobody gives me the blueprint. Nobody gives me the blueprint. This is me 1,000%. Actually, they're my brothers and sisters that who have met me at these cookouts. When you talk to me over the phone, a regular phone conversation, you get the same energy up out of me. You talk to some people when they offline, you go, man, this ain't you. You don't sound like this when you on live. Oh yeah, man, that's just me. When I put my YouTube Halloween costume on, that's just me. But once I take that off, I'm just a regular citizen. See, with Halloween being around the corner, a lot of y'all don't have to put your mask on because you been had it on. You been had it on. Some of you had it on from the day you walked on YouTube, and then some of you had it when you started getting a little bit of money and getting a little subscribers, and you started just shucking and jiving. Some of y'all been had your Halloween mask on. Oh no, that's not me, sir. When I'm off YouTube, I'm back to being regular old Johnny. I'm a square. I have to talk tough because that's what people on YouTube want. They want that, so I got to give the people what they want. I'm just a regular square. I sit around, I play Connect Four. I do certain stuff. That's not me. Be free. What up? Yo, what up? So when I'm sitting around y'all and I'm talking and I have these conversations, I go, damn, no Doug Zone. When you having these, when you're talking like this, are you doing a little too much where you're gonna have people that you know or that you don't know distance themselves from you because they feel like there's certain conversations they might not be able to have with you, especially when it comes to this boxing. You're going to make people feel like, but I don't want to go talk to him about it because he already voiced his opinion about how he feels. It's going to be difficult to talk to him because that dude don't stick to the script. I told you, if I was a Hollywood actor, there'd be some roles they couldn't get me to play. But here on YouTube, they got y'all playing a lot of roles. Oh, yes, sir. They got y'all playing a lot of roles. A lot of y'all are prostituting. A lot of y'all are stripping. Oh, y'all doing whatever on here, just whatever. You're making friends with people that maybe you shouldn't be making friends with, that you thought they were your friends. But one bad disagreement and all that shit goes out the window. And then you find out how the person really feels about you. I thought you was my brother. This is how you feel about me? Am I my brother's keeper? Am I my brother's keeper? Some of y'all are Nino Brown on that roof right there. Just shoot your brother in the head. Because of a misunderstanding. G Money didn't know that Ice-T was a cop. Yeah, it was a big mistake. Shit happens. But this is what y'all up here doing, shooting your brothers in the head. So when I speak a certain way, I speak off stuff I see with my own eyes, stuff I hear, stuff I've actually experienced. It's not about me worrying about what everybody else is doing on their channel, because you got to understand, rather if your channel is small or big, we all are under one umbrella. Believe it or not, that's why nobody's better than anybody. Because let me tell you something, the same way somebody who has 1 million subscribers could lose their channel is the same way somebody who has 643 subscribers like I do can lose it. It can lose it, which means nobody is better than anybody. Oh, they'll never take my channel away from me, man. You know how many subscribers I got? What that mean? What that mean? People got businesses that get taken away from them every day. You know how much their business is worth? And for whatever reason, it gets snatched away from them just like that. If you're not doing something right, or you're making people feel some kind of way, a lot of shit could get snatched away from you. That's simple. That's why it's better we all work together than against each other. But a lot of y'all will never get that. And granted, it's some of y'all that we would love to, everybody would love to get with and work with somebody. But the problem is, sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's the company y'all keep. Majority of the time, it might be y'all, the person who runs the show. But a lot of time, it's the company y'all keep around y'all. Because, we got a whole bunch of, don't go over there. Hey, listen, don't talk to him. Don't do this. Don't do that. When we having these boxing conversations, y'all get super horny. And I never understand that. But it allows us to see who y'all really are and who y'all been. So no, I'm never going to feel bad about what I say on here. I'm going to keep feeling the way I feel. I'm going to keep saying what I say. And if there's ever a bullshit fight that comes up that I think that don't make no sense, and I tell you that you can't come over here talking to me about it, it is what it is. But why are you not talking about it? I don't have to explain why. The same way y'all don't have to explain something on yours, I don't have to explain it on mine. It's not happening. Y'all will never see that. It's a lot of shit out there that's not important to me. Like when the Diddy trial happened, you didn't see me up here talking about it. Why? Because I didn't give a fuck. Because no matter what he did, that's still another black man. I'll let the courts deal with that. It's not for me. But when it happened, you had 100 channels out there talking about, man, I don't give a damn about that. Talking about that, what is it supposed to do to my channel? Running down to City Hall and hopefully catching him getting out, or his family. What was that doing for me? I'm not knocking nobody who did it. That's on y'all. But what was that supposed to do for me? Nothing. Nothing at all. So excuse me if it's certain things that I'm not interested in that y'all think I should be interested in. And because there's 99 other channels talking about it, I should be talking about it too. That's not how that works. You think everybody who lives in the same building all live alike? You go into different apartments in one building. Everybody got their way of living. Some people live nasty. Some people are clean. And some people are just all over the place. Depends on how they feel or who they got around them. So there's no such thing as, McLean, you gotta be like everybody else. No, the fuck I don't. And I never will. And I'm not interested. Because if I had to be like any of y'all, I would lose my mind. Because over here, we treat family like family. And we're going to continue to do that. Because one thing I had to learn, and shouts to Instagram because it helped me. I had to be careful who I had in my circle. And I learned that a lot just being on Instagram. Before YouTube, I had to learn that because there was a lot of idiots, even over there, I had to get rid of. So it kind of prepared me for YouTube. And that's another thing for anybody out there that's thinking about getting a channel. Before you think about it, you don't have to do this, but you might want to go on Instagram and do some lives just to get yourself prepared. Because that's what prepared me. I know it doesn't work for everybody because some of y'all just want to jump straight to YouTube. You might want to go to Instagram first, do your lives or whatever it is that you want to talk about, build your fan base over there first, then come to YouTube. I mean, that's just something I tried out. That doesn't mean it'll work for you, but try it out. But when I'm having these conversations, not with people, but to myself, I go, McLean, are you doing a little too much? No. All right, I'm gonna sit here and say it right now, right? I usually don't do no boxing talk, and I'm not gonna do no boxing talk. I just want to mention something, and don't care how about nobody feel about it. You think I'm gonna take the time, my day, to sit up here to talk about a Tank Davis versus a fucking Jake Paul? Are you kidding me? As if that's really something to talk about? Well, McLean, it's about exposing Tank. Man, that man don't give a shit about you exposing him. That man don't give a shit about none of that. You think that bothers him? That man could walk away from the sport today and don't give a shit about how any of y'all feel. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. Talking about him every day ain't gonna get him to do what he's supposed to do neither. But guess what? It upsets me, right? You think when something upsets me, a lot of times I have to talk about it. A lot of times I don't say shit. When it comes to the sport of boxing, there's certain things that it's not worth talking about. And I'm not gonna go out my way to do it. It's not worth talking about it. What are we talking about? And y'all fail to realize that these fighters know exactly what they're doing because they know y'all asses are gonna go straight to y'all lives and talk about it. Y'all ain't even catching on. Y'all just getting caught up in your feelings on how you feel. You know what the blueprint is for me when I see stuff like that? Is to not talk about it. The blueprint is not to take it and make a story out of it. When I look at that fight, I look at it like Big Show versus fucking Floyd Mayweather at WrestleMania. That's how I look at that. If this was a wrestling, I probably would have entertained it like, all right, that's cool. Let's see how this goes. Shit, I might even order it. What are we talking about? So when it's certain topics that don't move me, but it might move y'all, some of y'all get horny off these topics. Y'all do. Y'all get real horny off some of these topics. I can see it. Certain fighters you like, you start sweating as soon as you hear their name. Oh, I was waiting for him to talk about him. Whew. That's my boo thing. Jason Allen, what's up, my guy? Where you been at, man? Salute to you and your family. Some of these fighters have become y'all boo thing. Let's just call it what it is. These fighters have became your boo thing. So when I'm, like I said, when I'm sitting around and I'm thinking and I'm saying to myself, McLean, when you talking, are you doing a little too much? Are you saying a little too much? Are you creating a lane where you could be able to walk through, or you're going to have people try to block you because of the things that you're saying. When you go places, you're going to have people in the gym go, well, he don't know what he fucking talk about. He ain't never fought. Or his show is okay. Well, I don't give a fuck. I don't watch his show. I don't support it. I don't give a shit. You not supporting me is not going to stop me from doing what I do. If for anything, that makes me go harder. Just to prove to you I don't need your support. So McLean, let me ask you something, Mr. No Duck Zone, Mr. A guy who don't duck and he spoke. Let me ask you something. Do you see yourself monetized? Yeah, I don't know. Don't give a shit. It happens if it happens. If it don't, I ain't worried about it. But how long do you see yourself on this YouTube? Not long. Not long. Not long at all. Okay, so where do you see No Duck Zone going? I see No Duck Zone going in a lot of directions that y'all asses won't be going. I see No Duck Zone not being a boxing platform. No Duck Zone is a platform for the people. It's for the people. It's for the people struggling. It's for the people that's on mental health. It's for the people that's stressed, depressed. It's for a child that thinks that they can't make it. And when we up here telling them to stay in school and hold on, kid, it's gonna be all right. It's for that single mother that think that she's alone. It's for the dude in prison that just think that, yo, I'm never gonna get out of here. And when I do, can I deal with society? No Duck Zone is for the people. You can look at it all you want and go, it's a boxing platform. You can't tell me what the fuck it is because you didn't create it. You didn't help create it. You might support it, but you didn't help create it. So you can never say what it is. But that's what No Duck Zone is. It's for the people. And damn it, I can't walk around with a name like that and then I'm ducking certain situations. See, when there's a lot of things I don't want to talk about, I'm not ducking it. It ain't worth talking about. We about bringing smoke over here to this channel. Real smoke. We have real conversations over here. We don't talk about fights that really don't make no sense. We don't do that over here. I don't care about what the rest of them channels do. They're looking for clicks and views. I don't give a shit about none of that. I don't care about none of that. So anybody who questions what's my channel about and what is it that I do and where do I see myself going, not that I have to explain that, but I just broke it down to you. Don't ever get it twisted. No Duck Zone is bigger than boxing. You don't have to necessarily agree with that. I didn't ask you to. No Duck Zone is bigger than boxing. It's for the people. I'm looking to start eventually some programs, some housing, a housing program for people who don't have a place to stay. It's so many ideas that I got for No Duck Zone. Coming up with something for people with mental health, all kinds of different shit. Yes, we talk about life and living every day. So if I'm up here all day boxing, and here it is, somebody's like, and it's okay if I am, because if that's what you do, that's what you do. But I had to realize we have a bigger fight in this world besides boxing. And I'll be damned if I sit here and hold my nuts and be over here horny as hell talking about a fighter that don't give a damn about me. Y'all over here sweating bullets talking about another grown man. Can't wait till his name come up. so you can grab your crouch. Oh, I couldn't wait for them to talk about Shakur. Oh my God. Cause you know that's my boo thing. Like, what are we talking about? Oh, I couldn't wait for them to talk about boots. Because that's my boo thing. Man, if y'all don't sit y'all moist meat asses down, like, what are we talking about? So I had to tell myself, you're not going too far when you say certain things. You are not doing too much. Josh said, you ain't shit for that one that white me down. I'm just saying though, Josh. Oh man. We talking about Ryan Garcia, boy. You don't know how I feel about him. That's my boo thing. Y'all up here got boo things. And then try to act like y'all fans. Just go ahead and say it. That's my boo thing. What are we talking about? I didn't do this. Y'all did. The behavior, y'all behavior lets me know what y'all really got going on. But I'm supposed to stick to the code. Young McClain, you're doing a little too much. You're going to have people coming at you now. People might come to your Instagram or people might leave a comment on YouTube. You can leave a comment on YouTube. That's all you can leave. You can't leave me a punch. You can't leave me an ass whipping. A comment is all you can leave me. Come on, man. Y'all did this. Y'all did this. I didn't do it. Y'all see some of these fighters, y'all get like Monica. When I first saw you, I already knew. Like, what are we talking about? That's how y'all get. I'm not doing this. Y'all are. Oh, angel of mine ass. That's how y'all get. Don't get mad at me. And then look at me and go, man, you need to. What's wrong with you, McClain? Ain't a damn thing wrong with me. What's wrong with y'all? I admire these fighters. I don't praise them. I don't praise them. I'm not supposed to. I don't praise no celebrity. Crazy? Y'all be doing a little too much. And then look at a person like me and go, something wrong with him. Ain't a damn thing wrong with me. Something wrong with y'all. Because y'all doing a little too much. Create your content. Cool. Be content creators. Do what you do. Do what you do. I got no beef with anybody and what it is that they do. I'm not beefing about it. But at some point, we got to make it make sense. Y'all out of pocket out here and think that nothing's wrong with it. It is something seriously wrong with it. Well, McClain, everybody can't be influenced like you. Hey, you can never be me. You can never be me. Because I ain't sticking to no code or the script. And if I do it, it's my own script. So you can't be like me. You can't follow my blueprint and I can't follow yours. So that's why a lot of times when we have those conversations or something comes up and I go, man, I ain't talking about that shit. Like the dude that came in yesterday. We having a conversation about Eric Salubin and Virgil Ortiz. And even though we brought Boots up because he fits in that category, but them the idiots talking about, yeah, well, he never messed with bud and what does that got to do with what we talk about, fool? And that's another thing. When y'all come over here, you better stick to the topic. Don't come over here trying to change the topic. Yo, I don't mean to change the topic, but did you know? You do mean. Anybody that tells you if they don't mean to change it, a lot of times they do. Because they do it on every damn channel. You got a whole bunch of I don't mean to change the topic as people running around in these chats. And they go to different channels and do it. So if they get blocked from 2 or 3 channels, they go into the next channel with that same BS. And you over here, you better stick to the topic. And if you disrupt the show to say, I don't mean to change the topic, but it better be something valid. Because I have no time for my show to be held up for you to talk about something that don't matter. You think I'm gonna have people disrupt my show to talk about the Tank versus Jake Paul? You're not gonna disrupt my show for that shit. Are you out of your mind? Does this look like a damn circus to you over here? This is not a circus. This is a real channel. A real channel that does real things, that has real topics, that got real people in here. Every one of my peoples that got a wrench is real. And that's another thing I want to talk to y'all about. And I think I talked to y'all about this before. Y'all bet to, well, I can't say better. But if you ever want something on your channel to work, you better stop giving everybody a wrench. I think I told y'all this before. And then wonder why your channel be so out of control, because it be sometimes the person you gave a wrench to starts disrespecting you. We talked about this before. It's a lot of shit y'all got to get together, man. If you ever expect your channels to be successful, not be the best channels in the world, because there's always going to be somebody that's going to be ahead of you in that category. But if you ever want your channels to work out, y'all better get some type of control of who you give wrenches to and who your guests are. You can't just bring somebody up there because they like, send the link, drop the link, drop the link. That's a fact. That's a fact, Josh. Drop the link. That's another thing. You got a bunch of drop the link ass people running from channel to channel. Oh man, I was on KO's channel. I was on KQKC channel. I was on Fanon's channel. I've been to Champ Side. You never see me? I don't give a damn where you been, fool. Ain't none of those channels no Duck Zone. What does that got to do with you talking about drop a link? That's what we got. A bunch of drop the link ass people running from channel to channel. Thinking, oh, here's a channel I've never been to. I'm going to come over here and cause a little controversy, or let me see what they're about. And guess what? My people, my Blue Ranch people already know. We don't time people out over here. We're going to get you up out of here. This is a get you up out of here channel, in case y'all didn't know. I ain't got time for timing you out for 86. We ain't doing none of that. Get up out of here, because your services are not needed over here. I will continue to make this channel greater today than when it was yesterday, to keep new subscribers and to keep my family that's been rocking with me, to keep them here with me. To keep them here with me. You ain't supposed to run people away. Some of y'all are running y'all damn subscribers away, even though some of them don't need to be there. Some of y'all are running y'all subscribers away because y'all done flip-flopped. Y'all not the same person y'all were when the person subscribed to you. They've been subscribed to you 3 or 4 years, and here it is, you bringing these new idiots in and these new guests. Everything is changing now. And change is good if it helps the channel. Some of y'all ain't helping your channel. You're harming it. People are hitting you with $50 super chats and cash apps and PayPal and Zelle, and y'all just looking all past that. Like, what are we doing? Seriously, what are we doing? But if you look at somebody like me, why should we listen to anything you say, sir? You only got 640 subscribers. You've been on YouTube for 5 years. Well, there's a catch to that, right? Yeah, my YouTube has been up 5 years, but I ain't been going live 5 years. I only been going live for 2 years. So you do the math, idiots. Yeah, well, you've been on there 5 years, and all you got is 643 subscribers. Yeah, mind you, I told you it been up for that long, but I've been only live for 2 years. In case y'all didn't know, because some of y'all math don't be mathing. For all you want to be mathematical geniuses that think you know math. I don't care about none of that. I don't have to have a million subscribers to speak my mind. I don't have to. This is why we have this, so we can come and speak our mind. Rather if we have 5 people watching, or rather if it's one person watching, or rather if it's no people, because I can sit up here and talk without people watching me. I don't have to have people watching me to listen. Like, no, I don't have to. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. Get these likes up. Come on, y'all. No way it should be 5 likes. Let's get them up, because this is real talk. If this channel ain't for you, hey, nobody's locking the door. We don't lock doors over here. We don't like locked doors. If somebody wants to go, we leave the door open for them to walk out. Just know that you may not be able to walk back in. You don't get to come in and out of here. If you're here, you're here. Once you walk out, you got to stay out. That's how we do things over here. But it's a passion. I'm just very passionate about what it is that I do. And if you're not passionate about what you do, you got a problem. You have a serious problem, because how you move lets me know everything about you. So, I'm always going to be me, no matter what. No matter what anybody feels. And, like I said, there's a reason why I have these subjects, why I'm always talking about it, and why I'm always talking about different topics or whatever I think that can not just make my channel better, but make some of y'all day better today than what it was yesterday, because we all wake up with something on our mind, right? And I think that's the reason why a lot of us crash out when we get on these channels, because whatever we going through in real life, it tends to spill out on YouTube. And, let me give you guys some advice. If there's a time you ever feel like that, you either need to stay in the comment section, or you just don't need to go up on the channel, because you don't necessarily have to be on a live to crash out. Some of y'all be in the comments crashing out. And I'm like, yo, damn, this can't be over just boxing. And if it is, you got a mental problem and you need to get that checked. So if you're already going through something personally in your life, rather if it's with your lover, your kids, your job, or it's just something going on with you personally, and then you decide to get on the channel where there's a lot of controversy, where it's a lot of people just saying whatever. So you take what you got going on in your personal life, and then you go on YouTube to go with some other people who got stuff going on in their life, and y'all all come together. And then you telling me when everybody lashes out and crashes out on everybody that you're not doing that because of something you got personally in your life. We doing that because of boxing. Are we serious? We can't. That's you can't possibly tell me that's why we're crashing out. We're crashing out because we feel like this sport should be better to us than what it is. But some of y'all are not even better to yourselves. You're not even good to yourselves. So I don't be understanding that. Doesn't make sense when you stop and think about it. Does it make sense? None of it makes sense. It makes no sense, none whatsoever. And I be trying to say to myself, like, it's more to the story. And we all going through something in life. Trust me, believe. We all going through something that is hard to bounce back from, and we can't get a grip of it if we don't know how to deal with it. It's a challenge. It's overwhelming. But that was what we supposed to be doing on here, taking these YouTube channels and kind of like being our own counselor. Because I don't know about y'all, but for me, I never have to sit and pay to tell somebody my problems. So why the hell would I do that when they asses need help? But on here, we can help each other. This is the reason why I said, I didn't want to use my channel just to talk about boxing. When I thought it was just going to be about that, I said, no, 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 no. Because even at that time, the conversations was too much. The conversations was too much where we're just arguing and going back and forth about the same shit, the same situations. Nah, McLean, you got to give these people something a little different for somebody who's walking, who might want to hear this. And I'm glad I did it. And that's never going to change. As long as I'm on here, that's how it's going to be. So this is why I always say, if this is not the channel for you, I understand. There's a million out there. They'll give you exactly what you're looking for. I'm not going to tell you over here what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. That's what separates me from a lot of them. Because even when the proof is in the pudding and people bring receipts to you, you still find a way to look somebody in the eye and tell them that it's a lie. This boxing has become your worst enemy. Most importantly, y'all have become your worst enemy. Let's put it that way, because boxing is going to be what it's going to be. It's been here before. A lot of us even thought about being born, rather if you're in your 40s or your 50s, whatever. It's been around way before any of us thought about being born. So a lot of y'all have become your worst enemy, trying to make sense out of something that don't make sense. But if everybody took more of the time to stop to listen to each other, just listen to each other, and we apologize for some of the things we've said because we were wrong. We don't do that. Instead of doing that, we go outside that to insult each other. And that shows me that a lot of y'all still have a little kid in you because you don't know how to handle adult situations. But at the same time, we want to call ourselves men. Men move like men. We don't do that. Well, y'all don't do that. Everybody wants to beef with somebody. Everybody wants to tell somebody, don't speak to this person. Hey, we're going to start a FUCK campaign with these people. Let's all team up to just have something against these guys. Let's team up to have something against this dude. And none of it has nothing to do with why we came to YouTube in the first place. That's what y'all are missing out on. But at the same time, I need sponsors. I need endorsements. You don't know who's watching these channels, blah. Just like they got hip hop police, I'm sure they got YouTube police. Everybody's watching. You don't know who's watching what. Rather if it's a rapper, a boxer, you don't know who. Some of y'all done put yourself in positions where people go, man, I would never do nothing with him. He is too ratchet. He is too ghetto. I don't like what goes on in his channel. I would never do business with him. I'm not even interested in shaking his hand in public if I see him. And then we go, the boxing conversations are getting boring. This is getting boring. You know why a lot of stuff is getting boring and tired in y'all? Because you're not trying to try something new. You're so comfortable thinking that if I just stick to this, it'll work out. Instead of trying something different. If you start trying something different, it'll probably separate you from the shit that you're going through. I never go to the same neighborhood and hang out. I go to different places. Different places, different conversations. And if I ever feel like any of the conversations are the same, I'm out. Crush the Legend, my Philly brother, what up? Things are not working out for y'all on this YouTube because you are all over the place. Forget the subscribers and the viewers. Some of y'all, we're talking about as far as relationships, some of y'all are all over the place. Y'all a mess right now. Y'all are all over the place right now. Can't seem to keep still. Sickening. So I'm able to be comfortable in my skin because I know when I get on here or when you call me on my phone or when you video chat me, I'm going to keep that same energy. A lot of y'all are not who y'all say y'all are on here. You saying whatever, you doing whatever, but then want somebody at the same time to go subscribe to you. A lot of y'all like to be subscribed to bullshit. How can we how could we dare go out of our way to call ourselves men if we don't handle situations like men? How can we? It's a simple question. How can we? Makes no sense, right? We're spending more time on here saying, I don't like him. I don't like them. I don't like him. And you telling me that you're on here because you want to be successful? You telling me you're on here because you want to change your family's lives? Okay, that sound good, but how you move says something totally different. And then some of you, well, I don't care about doing that. My family's straight already. I'm doing this because I like it. Man, get the fuck out of here. No, you like being messy. You like being messy. Let's just say what it is. Y'all are messy. And it's crazy. Don't try to convince me I'm on YouTube because I like it and you know I'm not worrying about doing that for my family because my family's straight. Okay, your family's straight, that's cool. So because your family's straight and you got a cool 9 to 5 job, that allows you to just be on YouTube and be an a-hole all day. And if you're being an a-hole in a funny way where it's bringing people to you and you're enjoying life and you're making people laugh, that's cool. That's cool. But when you're stirring up shit and you're just out there doing and saying whatever, is that a good way to get people to come to your channel? Just asking. I'm just asking. How much longer do y'all think that's going to continue to work for you? How much longer? Because that kind of behavior is only going to work for so long. Smash my like button, y'all. It makes no sense. Got to figure out a different route. Got to figure out a different way to go. Oh, I don't like this person. I don't like him. I don't like. Well, guess what? Stay away. Stay away. Why do y'all act like it's so hard? Like y'all have to be subscribed to somebody's channel. Stay away. Huh? Y'all getting views off of talking about each other. What are we doing? People in the chat picking sides and some of y'all being phony because you like that person, but because this person is more popular, I'm gonna go rock with them. I told you, it make me look at some of y'all funny. Like, yeah, I gotta watch y'all asses. But just know that if I catch you shaking and faking over here, y'all out of here. Y'all out of here immediately. I ain't texting you about it. I ain't going public about it. You're out of here. Enough is enough already, y'all. Jesus Christ, we're coming to almost the end of 2025, and some of y'all still have not figured it out yet. And you're never going to figure it out because in 2026, there's going to be a lot of more people who thought they were cool with somebody and the relationship is going to be over. I'm already preparing myself for it. I'm preparing myself now. I'm not even waiting until 2026. I'm preparing myself now because people are going to come and go out your life every day. Rather if there was a misunderstanding or it was some words exchanged. I ain't going public with it, but it's going to happen. I'm preparing myself for that right now because I see it's a lot of y'all that are not who you say you are. You're not. It's sad, but true. And this is what the morning chop ups is about. This is why the morning chop ups was created. Because y'all have made not the sports, not just so much the sport of boxing, but y'all have made boxing conversations boring. Or you, I'm a boxing junkie. Please, no, you're not. Y'all have made boxing conversations so boring, it makes people go the other route. It makes people talk about football and baseball. which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. It makes people talk about the WNBA or the NBA or a movie that they like. People have to go the other route because y'all done made boxing conversations boring. Y'all done made them very boring. Nobody listens to nobody in the conversation. Everybody talks over everybody, and everybody want to assume they know everything. Y'all done made it boring, man. So I had to be like, you know what? I'm not getting up at 8, 9 o'clock talking no damn boxing in the morning. I'm going to create something where we're talking about other stuff, life. Because once again, there's a bigger fight going on in the world than boxing. We got people in our communities right in front of us that's dying. Kids are being murdered, not making it back to school. Innocent ladies who are just waiting for the train or a bus or getting punched in their face. But that's not important to y'all. It's not important to me. That's their problem. Ain't nobody punching my wife in the face, and ain't nobody doing none of my kids. Okay. Nobody worries about that happening until it actually happens to them. That's why the morning chop-ups was created. And as long as the morning chop-ups make people feel good, I'm going to keep doing it. Because you guys have made boxing conversations super boring. You made it boring. Yes, I'm talking to y'all. Y'all have made it boring. That's your opinion. No, that's a fact. Ain't no opinion. It's a fact. You know how many people have disappeared off of YouTube, not just for personal reasons, but some they were real good content creators. And because y'all started getting mushy about the sport of boxing, it made them say, I don't want to do this anymore. But guess what? You won't do it with me because I don't let y'all get to me. I don't let y'all get to me. It ain't none of y'all that could get to me that bad where it makes me not want to talk about boxing no more. What it makes me want to do is talk about what I want to talk about when it comes to boxing and not what y'all want to talk about. There's a lot of content creators who have disappeared off of YouTube that were great content creators when it came to boxing. But because of the behavior of you dudes, I don't want to do it no more. It's not worth talking about anymore. But I won't let y'all do that with me. Oh no, I will not give y'all the upper hand. No, sir. No, sir. Because I don't have to be a part of that. We gonna talk about what we want to talk about over here. Been doing it and will continue to do it. And I will continue to win. Rather if I have 643 subscribers for the next 6 months. I'm not going to change up what I say to bring the subscribers in. They got to want to come in. If this is the place for them, welcome. If this is not the place for you, God bless you. You think I'm going to talk, man, F you if you don't. No. God bless you. God bless your family. This ain't for you. Cool. I want to go somewhere where they talk about Canelo all day. There's channels for it. I want to go somewhere where they talk about Tank all day. There's a whole bunch of channels for that. You know, I want to hear Jake Paul. Well, there's channels for that. There's a channel for everything. There's a channel for everything that you want to hear. But this ain't it over here. We're not going to get one fighter every day over here. Not happening. You know why? Because no Doug Zone can't be bought. So you can't pay me to talk about nobody. You can't pay me to talk about nobody. Because realize that if somebody's paying you to talk about somebody, you ain't even coming with your own content. You're being paid to say something. So how much do you run your channel? Most importantly, how much of a man are you if you got to get paid to say something or to deride a fighter? No Doug Zone can't be bought. You can't buy me. You can't pay me to say shit. I'm my own man, and I'll continue to be my own man. Can't buy me. I can't be bought. I can't be bought. Now, you can say, let's get together and make money. Depends on how we making the money. Depends on. All money ain't good money. Hey, man, y'all ain't got to listen to me. Do what y'all do, man. God bless y'all. I'll be back, like I said, probably not later on today. I doubt it, but I got some content that I'm about to get. Shout out to my brother Queens Flip, who'll be in Brooklyn today. Between Utica and Glenwood. Free jerk chicken he'll be giving out today, a little something he's doing for the community. From 1 to 7. So I'll be out there, and I have to shoot back uptown because I got some business to take care. But listen, God bless y'all, and I love y'all. But believe what I say is not for views. What I say is real. I love y'all even if you don't love me. God bless y'all, and hope God continue to watch over y'all and your families. I'll catch y'all later. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go.